Welcome to SPHX. I'm Daniel Valenzuela. The startup community that we have here in Phoenix is quickly making the Phoenix region the most generous and welcoming community for entrepreneurs and innovators. Today we're going to talk about women in tech, the opportunities and the challenges around engaging women in tech. We certainly need more. We're going to speak with two superstars, Tania Katan, the evangelist for Axosoft. But first we'll start with a superstar from SeedSpot, Lauren McDanell, the Director of Entrepreneurial Initiatives right here in Phoenix. Welcome to SPHX.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Now, SeedSpot is a very special place for Phoenix and, frankly, for the entire region and for the country. It's led by a superstar woman entrepreneur in Courtney Klein.
Absolutely. Courtney is one of the most celebrated and respected female entrepreneurs on this side of the country, and we're certainly glad to have her here with us in Phoenix. The organization, SeedSpot, that she founded and that has really grown so much over the past 4 years, is one that recognizes that women are a future for change in the world. And the way that SeedSpot envisions social change happening is through the power of business. Mm-hmm. And so one of the ways that we support women as the leaders that are really making this happen is having programs and opportunities like a 5-day boot camp, for example, that's coming up here February 9th through 13th, where we'll have between 12 and 15 female entrepreneurs coming in, supporting each other for 5 days. They'll receive programming, mentorship, education, resources, everything that they will need to take anything from just barely an idea all the way to maybe a business that they've had for the past few years but don't know where to take the next step. So empowering them to really see social issues that they see in the world, for example, issues in education, healthcare, animal welfare, energy, things like this that we all know are very important issues to be solved, empowering these women to do that through the power of business.
Now, SeedSpot is clearly focused on social entrepreneurs. What is it about our women entrepreneurs that is so important for the business community?
That's a great question. What we see in our female entrepreneurs is a very deep identification of problems that they see in society, in their communities, whether it's through their schools, their churches, the organizations that they're involved in, their workplace. They're very keen on picking up on issues that need to be solved and not always empowered or feel empowered to solve those issues themselves through business. So looking for support groups to come up and come around those issues, but really what SeedSpot tries to do is empower women to say, you're finding these problems out in your lives as you're going about your day. You yourself can be the solution and build the solution to that problem that you see. And we've seen so many women coming through our programs and just in our larger community that are using business to solve problems for children, for families, for business, for even international communities. And it's just the more innovation that we can really see through women and empower women to make themselves, the more that national and international problems we're going to see solved in a very scalable way.
Absolutely. And SeedSpot is focused on social entrepreneurs, certainly women entrepreneurs.
Yes.
You did a good job of describing SeedSpot in just a nutshell. You walk up here, and I got to tell you, Courtney Klein I would consider Courtney a mentor.
Yeah.
And she does, and SeedSpot, the organization, really moves in that direction of empowering a community, but starting with the entrepreneur.
Very much so. Starting with the entrepreneur and moving out to the community at large, solving social problems. We've got a lot of opportunities for refugees, baby boomers, minorities, women, and just anybody that has a passion for solving problems and for entrepreneurship to get involved. Those opportunities are all listed on our website. So if anybody knows anybody that is ready to take that next step with their business, we'd certainly love to have a conversation with them and invite them to come in and learn what we're all about.
Seedspot.org.
Yes.
Give us the dates of the boot camp.
February 9th through 13th for the Women's Boot Camp.
All right, check it out. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you to SeedSpot for hosting this segment of SPHX. Obviously, we are at SeedSpot. Now let's speak with Tania Katan, another superstar who's been known to wear a cape from time to time, the evangelist of Axosoft.
Axosoft is thrilled to be the lead sponsor of this event. You know why? Oh, funny you should ask. We think women in tech are superheroes. Bam, just like that. If you don't know about Axosoft, we've actually been integral in growing this vibrant tech ecosystem. We've been a part of it since 2002. Remember that year? MC Hammer was leaving office? No. And there was crab walking and balloon pants. It was crazy. So we've been around from the beginning, and we're really dedicated to increasing and expanding that tech ecosystem.
Together, this startup ecosystem that we have here in the Phoenix Valley is collectively working to make our region the most successful, the most welcoming, the most generous community for entrepreneurs. And I'm here with a star, Tania Katan, the evangelist for Axosoft, as well as a driving force for It Was Never a Dress. And that's right. And you know what? I want to talk about the challenges and opportunities for women in tech and innovation. And who better to speak with?
Why, thank you, kind sir. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I hear this is a super racy show, so I'm going to start off with a bad word. Women. There, I said it. No. So part of the catalyst for creating this campaign was a conference called Girls in Tech Catalyst Conference, and last year they launched it in Arizona. So it was the first year, and it's to honor women who are in the tech and entrepreneurship fields. And we were really excited as a tech company. Axosoft is one of a handful of tech companies in Arizona led by a woman. That's right, handful, that's only 5. So there's literally only about 4 or 5 CEO women in Arizona. That's wrong, that's gotta change. So Laudan Shojai, total rock star, said, we wanna support Girls in Tech Catalyst so that they come back to Arizona. And in fact, they're a global organization. And the conference was so rock star. We launched the It Was Never a Dress campaign there. They had speakers, heavy hitters in entrepreneurship and technology from around the world come and talk to women, men, everyone in tech who support women in technology. And the conference was so great. We were a sponsor. We provided a performance, and by we, I mean me, gave a little talk and had a major presence there, helped them on the ground. And they're doing it again this year. What? So we're keeping and bringing in a global tech and entrepreneurship conference to Phoenix and Arizona at large. That's how Axosoft rolls, as well as you, as well as, yes, Phoenix.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even hashtag ever. I just felt like Channel 11. I had to.
I love the energy. Hashtag yes PHX. That's awesome.
Totally.
So, yeah, and thank you for sharing about Axosoft.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing stuff. Specifically about this this program. Tell us a little bit about It Was Never a Dress.
So basically, at Axosoft, we have an agile methodology that kind of fuels our tool and it fuels our culture. And that just means collaborating, thinking together, having conversations. And so my boss came to my colleague Sarah Breeding and I and said, let's show big for this Girls in Tech conference. Let's come up with a big idea. Let's be really creative. And so we had a brainstorming session and came up with nothing, because that's what you get when your boss pushes you to be creative. But then I went for a walk and started thinking about women in the tech space and women in every space and how often we're not seen, heard, or celebrated for the superheroes we are. And that was the inception of the idea. And yeah, we came up with a sticker. We had a booth at the conference, gave a chitty chat, had a website that just literally said, send us your stories. It was neveradress.com. Send stories. And we talked about the ROIs of human connection. I mean, that was it. And then somebody posted this, who was at the conference, on Twitter and said, cannot unsee. And in 24 hours, we had like 18 million organic impressions. Every major media outlet in the world picked up. Here's irony, here's irony. Every CNN, India Times, New York Times, Huffington Post, guess who didn't cover it? Arizona, which is so funny. So I think that what's important is that companies like Axosoft, people like you, are saying innovation is happening in Arizona and we're going to celebrate it, so we keep it here.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have some organic leadership right here. And we're going to tell a story together. That's what Yes PHX is all about, whether it's social media or the website, the TV show, and that's what it's all about. We are telling our own story, and it's such a great story to tell.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Oh.
I
I'm
I
with
voted
you.
for you.
I'm with you.
You know. Yeah.
Well, you're amazing.
I think you're projecting now. And I'm not afraid to say it. This gentleman's amazing too. Go on.
Tanya, you are
Yeah.
amazing. Look forward to having you back. The person you're talking about
Yeah.
can't unsee. That's what happens when you tell our story, when we tell our story. There are some challenges with women in tech. There are opportunities, and we have to see those opportunities. And you are certainly an evangelist, not only for Axosoft, but for all of us.
Okay, this is where I embrace you.
All right.
It's gotta happen.
All right.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
having
so
me.
much.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Channel 11. Hope you haven't fallen asleep by.
We gotta
What
give
airline
her,
am I on?
we gotta give her a
Thanks, man.
show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching YesPHX. Together we are creating the most generous and welcoming community for entrepreneurs and innovators. You can follow us online at www.yesphx.com and follow us on social media using hashtag YesPHX. I'm Daniel Valenzuela. See you next time.